whatever comes of the Brian Flores lawsuit, win or loss, something's there. And the numbers prove that something's there. Eric Bieniemy proves that something's there. Byron Leftwich proves that something's there. Now, we can ignore it and we can say, oh, no, it's not really there, but something's there. And in order for things like this to get exposed, it can't be just black coaches standing up. Some of the head coaches and some of the other coaches in this league that are of other color need to be with them. That's when change happens. Like Jackie Robinson couldn't do it without Branch Rickey. All the movements that happen, they happen with people from all races saying, we are tired of this. It can't just be black coaches. And so I'm waiting to hear, because we haven't heard from other coaches as to, hey, yeah, that's not right. I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting.
What about the players?
Players don't have anything to do with this. We can't move the needle. We can't move this needle. And they want to hear from players. Yeah, you want to hear from players, but nah, I want to hear from the other head coaches in this league who understand, and maybe they don't want to believe that they have a leg up, but it's different. It's a little different for a black head coach to get rehired after they're fired, like Doug Peterson. That ain't happening. It rarely happens. Rarely that you get a second job, let alone a second interview if you get fired.
I think once there's one voice, there are always others.
Say that again?
Once there's one voice, there are always others that follow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just don't like it. It was I don't know. It was just weird. Yesterday I was like, oh, to represent the NFL, they hired Loretta Lynch. I'm like, wow. Okay. Now I'm not saying she's not qualified, but great person to make an argument in this case for the league. Great person. I'm just saying, I was like, hey, you want to play checkers? We'll play chess. That was like, that's a great move. I was like, wow. All right. They checked 2 boxes there.
I may have to make you stay for tomorrow's show, because we're wrapping up this show and you're about to open up a whole new conversation, and you're right.
It's just good. I mean, listen, man, this goes beyond sport. This is like big business. There's so much here. There's so much here. This thing is so much bigger than just sports. And unfortunately, it's fallen on the NFL's lap. But it's so much bigger than just sports. But the NFL, they have to do something about it. And I heard somebody say, based on the numbers, with the Rooney Rule, since the Rooney Rule, we can't allow the NFL to police themselves any longer. The guy who eats cookies can't be in charge of the cookie jar. He can't be his hand is going in the cookie jar. He's going to eat them all. You just can't do it.
Who's the best man right now that should be a head coach and isn't?
The best man. Well, let's just talk about Brian Flores for what he did in Miami. I want you to know that he turned the team around and they had 2 winning seasons. I just don't understand how you get fired then. And if you hire me as the head coach, here's what I want to know. So what's my criteria for being successful? Because you got to tell me now. Because I just saw a guy who took this team to where you took it. I mean, it's kind of like, but a little bit different when the Patriots let Pete Carroll go and hired Bill Belichick. Think about that. Like, people think Pete Carroll wasn't a bad head coach. I think they were 9-7 the year they let him go. But they had an opportunity to get Belichick when he told the Jets, nah, I ain't taking this job.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something there, man. There's something there. Now, I don't know if the court's going to rule in favor or what's going to happen or how they are going to get out of it. But, until the coaches in the league stand up with the black coaches, change won't happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not sure what that union looks like, and I'm not sure what they're saying, but it takes all of them to decide, hey, we don't want it to be like that.
Well, like I said, once there's one voice, others are going to follow.
Yeah, well, we shall see. I mean, and let's understand what we're advocating for. We're advocating for other white coaches who may have a leg up on getting a job, saying, "Nah, look at this guy too. Be fair." That's what we're saying, which takes a job from them, maybe, possibly.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.